While I was gone, video footage showed that at least in one instance, some of this stuff that has come out about Sean Combs, aka Diddy, is true. The world got to see that man snatch Cassie, throw her to the floor, and kick that woman. We got to see that. We got to see that. My question is, what will happen to the others like Diddy? What's going to happen to them? Let's talk about it. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some again. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and put all your people on it. The reason why I asked what will happen to the others like Diddy, instead of just focusing on him in this instance, is because I've seen enough when it comes to him. I've heard enough. You've had his former bodyguard, Gene Deal, out here talking about this man. Seemed like for years now on various podcasts. You've heard other whispers about this man. But big hip hop media just wouldn't break the news. Now everybody want to goddamn be investigative journalists and shit. But y'all ain't no way a motherfucker this famous and this powerful been doing this kind of shit, been moving this kind of way all these years. And y'all motherfuckers in big hip hop media didn't know this. So y'all sat up here and sat on this shit for all this time, man, for money. Because y'all wanted to be in bed with the man for money. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. You're wrong. You're wrong. But now, I say, who else? Who else is out here moving funny like this and y'all know it, but you're just sitting on the shit? You're just sitting on it because they still hot. So it's still profitable for you to work with them. Who is it? There's a bunch of other cats in this industry who motherfuckers been saying stuff about for years now. And as the consumers, the listeners, the viewers, we don't know this shit. We ain't never met these people. We only see what we see. We only see what they allow us to see. In the music videos, in the movies, on the social media accounts, in the interviews, we only see what they are groomed to show us. But you motherfucker behind the scenes, man. And y'all hearing all this stuff about other singers, other rappers, other actors and actresses, and all these people, these producers, these directors, these big business people. You know all this shit. Why you ain't breaking the news? You complicit. You fucking complicit, bro. And because y'all just won't do y'all job as the media, is other victims out here. There's a bunch of other Diddies running around this bitch. And not just with the sexual stuff. Man, let me pause. Because a lot of folks just focusing on Diddy being bisexual. That ain't the crime. That ain't the crime. Fuck that. That man wanted to fuck men. That's him. Do him. If at a Hollywood party, some other Hollywood actor, some male figure in Hollywood wanted to let Diddy fuck them, that's on them. I don't give a fuck about that. That does not change how good All About the Benjamin sounds. Okay? Cool. Do y'all. When it comes to sexual assault, there's a problem. When it comes to rape, there's a problem. When it comes to sex trafficking, there's a problem. When it comes to abuse, like he beat that fucking woman and kicked that woman in that fucking video, that's a problem. That's a problem. And y'all and big hip hop media been knowing this shit for years, and y'all ain't say shit. Y'all let this man gallivant around and shit and act like he was Gucci. Y'all let that man get on stage at the BET Awards, honor him. Y'all let him act like he fucked with us. You know what I'm saying? Players to give that money to Jack State, players to give that money to Howard. You feel me? Y'all sat up there and let that man do all that shit without telling the world, hey, y'all, this dude is more than just somebody who ain't paying the artists. This man appears on some monstrous shit. And now y'all finna make the same mistakes. Y'all finna let these other motherfuckers that we all hear these rumblers about, y'all just finna let them go out here and keep harming people and doing people wrong and shit. Until I guess what, another video come out? Man, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. It is. But I think too, go a level deeper, because I be thinking like this. Why do we just keep stopping with this particular moral thing? With the sexual violence? Why is that, or the pedophilia? Why is that the only thing that get these boys up out of here? Like just the physical abuse don't seem to get you up out of here like that. Like if that Cassie video came out without all these other allegations, he might beat this shit. I'm saying that because nobody has knocked Biggie historically for what he said on Me and My Bitch and what many have said he did to Faith Evans, which is beat her ass. So we got proof on the record that of him saying he'll beat a woman. When the time is right, the wine is right, I treat you right. You talk slick, I beat you right. And then people saying, yeah, he used to beat that woman ass. And y'all don't take these boys' songs about these playlists when y'all know they beat on a woman. Y'all don't do that. But y'all take R. Kelly up off of all these playlists for what he did. And I understand it. I'm not defending no R. Kelly, and I believe he did that shit. There's too many allegations. But I'm just saying, why does the moral police only focus on pedophilia and sexual violence? Why does the industry have no problem with having drill songs on your playlist on these streaming services? These motherfuckers get on these records, and many times they talk about retribution. You talk about protecting yourself, self-defense. You know, if I speak on violence in my raps, I'm talking about self-defense. I can understand the feeling in your poetry, in your art. If somebody you love was murdered and you get on the record and you talk about retribution, I understand that feeling. Some of these motherfuckers be on records talking about killing for no reason. Lil Wayne got a lyric like that on one of them mixtapes. He say, my niggas kill for no reason. Why is that okay? Why is that okay for motherfuckers to say those things? Why is it okay for us to platform drug dealers? Why is that okay? Like, what if I did a documentary? What if I was able to find former addicts who had bought crack from your favorite rappers, and I put them all in a documentary and show, and they, you know, talk about their experience of buying the drugs from said rapper and how the drugs impacted them, and you know how they may have had to go to rehab, or you know, or maybe parents of children who went through this, you know what I'm talking about? Maybe they were served by one of these rappers and they died. Maybe they OD'd and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Would that have the same effect as surviving R. Kelly? Would that have the same effect as this upcoming 50 Cent documentary that he's doing on Diddy? Which is wild, by the way, because 50 being accused of some shit by his the mother of one of his kids. And this motherfucker gonna sit up here and correctly chastise Rick Ross for saying what he said on that motherfucking record about, I put Molly all in her drink. She didn't even know it. I went home and enjoyed that. She didn't even know it. That's wild. That's wild that he got away with it, by the way. That's wild. But 50 said that shit and asked Rick Ross, like, why would you say that in a rap? And I had to quote tweet the shit and remind 50 that he said on Popping Them Things from the G Unit album, that motherfucker said, after the BMAs, my baby mama cussed my ass out. I kicked her ass. We back friends like Puffy and Steve style. What the fuck we doing? You openly talk about beating your woman on the damn record. This is shit I'm talking about, y'all. Like, if we gonna clean it up, let's clean it up. Like, we gonna have this moral reckoning in our culture. Let's do it then. Let go for real. Let go for real. And I ain't saying that the brothers can't talk about their stories, but they probably should change the way they talk about it. Like, if they were selling drugs for survival, they were selling drugs because they were in poverty, and the only way they were gonna be able to help their mama was sell this dope that this old head was trying to get them to sell. And I ain't even talking about marijuana, because we know marijuana should have never been illegal. That just was insane. To have tobacco legal and marijuana illegal is crazy. Have alcohol legal, but marijuana illegal is crazy. But like crack and these pills, all this shit that really fucking folks up. Like these rappers, Hov is legendary for being a rapper who, you know, talks about the hustler's experience. And that's viewed as okay. But Hov hurt families that other drug dealers like Hov, they hurt families by selling families a product that they themselves would not use, which is crack. And we say, oh, that's okay though, because they were trying to survive poverty or what they went through by being impoverished. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't they say R. Kelly was a sexually abused himself? And that does not justify his actions. Like, what happened to him as a child doesn't give him a pass to go harm others. Well, Hov being poor, why does that give him a pass to go sell somebody crack and fuck their life up? I'm just saying, we finna do all this moral police shit. Let's really have a reckoning in our culture. Because I love hip hop. I love rap music. I'm a motherfucking rapper. I came to this entertainment business as a rapper. I've listened to all these motherfuckers my whole life. Okay, I've gotten game from them, but I know how to listen to them. I know how to listen to Jeezy, who is called Jeezy the Snowman, in regards to him selling cocaine and crack and shit. Okay, I know how to listen to him and take that hustler shit he talking about and apply it to my legal shit. But there's a lot of kids around here, man. It's a lot of kids over here and these projects over here and those projects right there and those projects down the street here that can't listen to that in the same way that I listen to it. Okay, I don't know. Maybe God just gave me that gift, or maybe it's because my mother was instilling morals in me, and because you know, she had me in an environment that was, you know, instilling morals. I don't know because it was some folks in that same environment. Shit, they went on to be drug dealers. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I know how to listen to shit differently. But a lot of youngers don't. And so they hear Hove say, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. They hear that, they want to be CEO of that crack rock. Or they hear 50 talk about it. They hear Jeezy talk about it. They hear Gucci talk about it. They hear whoever these motherfuckers are today talking about it. They talking about using it now. And we know you got these folks out here ODing. Like, what are we gonna have a moral reckoning in the culture? Huh? Are we? We just had a rap battle where the two biggest rappers in the world, Drake and Kendrick, really that was not only a lyrical battle, it was a moral battle. And the one who won was the one who not only delivered the anthemic song, that was a lot of it, okay? Not like us, it's anthemic. But it was also, he also won because I think most people believed him to be morally superior to Drake. So like when Drake was levying those attacks on Kendrick about beating his woman, I think most people do not believe that. But from the way Drake moves, I think a lot of people, I ain't gonna say most, but I think a lot of people believe that he, likes young girls, or that cats in his circle like young girls. So why are we gonna have a moral reckoning right now then? And let's clean it up. Them two guys show you ain't got to be rapping about selling dope and killing people to sell records. They sell more records or they have more streams than all these other motherfuckers today without talking about that. So why are we still doing it? Why are we encouraging it in the way that we do it? I know some cats, that's their life, that's their experience. And so your experience drives a large part of what you say on the records. I totally get that. I never want that to end. But the way we rap about this shit, the way we talk about that shit can change. It should change if we gonna do this. So let's not stop at Diddy when it comes to out these motherfuckers who are engaging in sexual violence or spousal abuse or sex trafficking. Let's not stop there. Let's have a real moral reckoning within the culture. And I ain't saying we got to get lame or cookie cutter. Is Kendrick lame to you? I don't think Kendrick is lame. Like, we ain't got to have that. We ain't got to have that. We got to have all these boys talk about all this bullshit, man. All these pills y'all popping and shit, killing yourselves, or some motherfucker lying and like you popping pills and shit. They got these folks out here doing that shit to your music, killing themselves. We ain't gotta have that. We ain't gotta have none of that shit. Let's have a moral reckoning in the game. Lock all these punk ass motherfuckers up who out here doing shit to these women and men, like Diddy. Let's clean up our act all together. Still have fun. Still enjoy ourselves. Still goddamn be unfiltered. You freaky, be freaky. I don't give a fuck about that. You want to twerk? Twerk. I don't give a fuck. Do that. If it's adult entertainment, let it be adult entertainment. Okay. Do you but when it comes to shit that's killing people, like this dope, like these senseless shootings, when it comes to shit that's mentally killing people, like this sexual violence and sexual abuse and physical abuse and all that kind of shit, time's up. Been time up for more reckoning. And we need big hip-hop media who y'all have had a bad track record going back 30 years now. Remember y'all role y'all played in Tupac Biggie shit? Remember your role? At some point, you got to come through. At some point, you got to come through for the culture. You know what's going on, but you're scared to write it. Or now you're scared to goddamn to get on one of these pods and out it. So a lot of folks are saying on some of these podcasts, but they're not saying it on platforms with the type of legitimacy that a Double XL has, or that a radio station like Hot 97 has. Okay, or they don't have a platform as big as Breakfast Club, which I can't say how much credibility Breakfast Club has for the way Charlamagne be moving, but that's a whole other story. Oh, and Envy with his whatever that case was. But they do have the platform. And they've all heard the stories. They all know that a lot of these folks out here moving shaky. Let's move better. Put it on something.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel, because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.